Chris Proudfoot, Sebastian Rogers' stepfather, has been under scrutiny since his inconsistent statements and blatant lies. People believe him and his wife, Katie, are not telling the entire story. I agree with that. Since Chris claims he was at work, the burden is on Katie to give as much information as she can about that night. Is she doing that? No, not at all. In fact, she is doing the opposite, remaining completely silent. Where is she anyway? Still with Chris living in the camper. Peter Hyatt gave his view, and I think it's a very interesting train of thought, and could make a lot of sense. He says that it's possible Katie and Chris put Sebastian outside as punishment, or called his bluff to run away after an altercation and locked the door. When Sebastian was outside, that is the big question. He must have been upset, so did he storm off and had an accident, maybe in water, or did a stranger pick him up? Unless under duress, he wouldn't have left without shoes. I think the shoes is an important aspect of this case. Sebastian was not known to be walking around outside with no shoes on, because when he was younger, he had an unfortunate incident with fire ants. Here is another important point. Chris and Katie stand by their statement regarding Sebastian walking out the front door. They don't even consider other options, like a window. It's always been he walked out the front door. Peter says that he thinks the long phone call was because they were scared, up all night, and the 6 a.m. wake-up call was made up. In actual fact, Chris also talks a lot about himself, and paints himself as a great parent. He minimizes the CPS reports. Bottom line is, are they hiding information as to why Sebastian was out the door in the first place? Katie asked Sebastian to come back in her one interview, stating he was not in trouble. Yet another telling statement. Was he in trouble for something and then got put out the door? Was that Chris Proudfoot's idea? He is known for some harsh punishments, like giving away the snakes, throwing Sebastian's things away and using a belt on him.